Hi, Skip here. Want to make a few points that I think are important on traffic. Traffic number one does not have to be limited to a single source or even just a few. Facebook and Instagram and a lot of social media, Pinterest and whatnot that you can use for marketing. The skill is to learn how to use multiple sources because any one source can go away or change in such a way that what you are doing today no longer works tomorrow, and you don't want to build an income stream and do real well with it and have great success and then have it go away overnight and leave you stranded. So having in building traffic and online marketing, you need to learn how to use multiple sources. That's just the reality of it. There's online marketing doesn't have to be done online. There's a lot of offline sources that you can get, magazines and various things that are targeted towards your market that become useful tools in the process. And understand something: you're running a business. There's going to be some expenses. If you're running a 20% investment in marketing online, that's an entirely different thing than a conventional business. In the conventional business, when you have inventory and you have staffing and you have the building that you're paying for and all the rest of that, you really don't have margin left over to do a lot of heavy advertising, and you're relying on the traffic that's going by. That's why location, location, location. But understand that uh, you online, it's a different world. You're out there in front of literally millions of people trying to attract attention with those specific individuals that have an interest in your product. You don't actually have to do it all online. There are offline methods you can use. You'll notice that there's those who are making 10, 20, $50,000 a month in marketing online, and typically they're spending 20% to do it. So that matter. I mean, $10,000 income. If you spent $2,000 to do it, you're getting 80% return on your money. That's 8 grand, in your return. That's not just not bad. That's awesome by anybody's standards. So understand that there's going to be some cost involved. There's ways that you can do marketing online that is free. The less money you spend, the more time you're going to have to spend. It takes time to build that and some techniques. It can be done, and it's not impossible. If you don't have any money, it's not impossible to start your business and start to grow it. Just have to be prepared that your learning curve is going to be a little bit greater. Time getting it up and running is going to be a little bit greater, and that's just another reality. Now, saying that, compare what you can do online. If you build a system, and that's what we're talking about here, is how you take the elements necessary to build a system that's going to work 24/7 for you. Building that system ultimately means that you've got your marketing round the clock 24/7. That's very different than having to be on the phone call one after another every day and calling family and friends and following up and doing meetings and the rest of that. That's very awkward and it's very slow. It takes a long time to build a business that way. Well, in a fraction of that time, even if you don't have a marketing budget, you can do something online that ultimately will eclipse the old standards of how you market your business. So, that being said, there's lots of training available on this. And by the way, there's going to be some links to advanced training on how you really capture the market with your different sources. Um, it's Leverage marketing is a real big deal. You want to get yourself in a position where you're not relying solely on that internet as your only source for marketing and advertising. And when you learn to do that, um, it's a total game changer, an absolute game changer. So again, I go back to the idea: if it takes you a little time to learn it, a few weeks, few months, whatever it takes, in the end, it's worth it and then some. If it means that a lifetime of residual income and benefit from your effort, that's all a very good thing. The other thing I want to mention is that you need to learn a little bit about copywriting and how to put together ads. Um, the services like Bing Advertising, Google, they've got customer service people behind the scenes that are going to help you at every stage of the way. If you are successful and they can help you become successful in your online marketing, you're going to do more business with them. Um, they want you to do more business. They're going to do what they can do to help you get there and give you the details of how you put it together, how you use your keywords, how you structure your sentences, and that kind of thing for your greatest advantage. They're going to help you with that. They're going to help you understand split testing and how you boil it down to the best ad of several and all that kind of thing. So those are all very important parts of learning how to become effective in marketing. And there are sources, like I say, that absolutely come with the deal. Now, there's advanced programs where you can learn all of those things and get step-by-step instruction on every detail. You can follow step by step every detail of how to put together your social marketing and your different resources, and actually have help in setting up your capture pages and all that kind of thing. There is such a thing as over-the-shoulder, step-by-step training available for all of those things. So it depends on how involved you want to get, how dedicated you are, but understand you're a business, and businesses are going to spend money building business. You just do that. It's pennies on a dollar. It's fractions of what you would spend in conventional brick and mortar businesses. So the value is extraordinary. If you, I mean, it might cost you several $100,000 to do a brick and mortar business and get everything set up, and then you're 2-3 years before you make a profit. That is opposed to, let's say that you spent a few thousand, 4,000, 5,000, whatever, in learning and setting up your business, and make instantly have an income and instantly have a profit, and a lifetime of residual income. That's not a bad deal. So just got to put things into perspective and understand your traffic. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this subject, but I hope I've got to give you some thought starters on it. And there's going to be more detailed training on each one of these elements. But right now, I'm just kind of going through the blueprint, give you an idea of what to expect and how to play the game here a little bit, so you can leverage the whole process and do something that in the one-on-one, particularly if you're in network marketing, the one-on-one approach, it works on a certain level, but you can eclipse your results by learning how to utilize the internet at its fullest advantage. So I'll talk a lot more about that as we go along. Right now, I'm going to sign off on this video. I'm going to go to the next, and we'll talk about the next element. And ultimately, we'll have a whole picture of how this works. So we're going to talk about your list, your prospect list, and the importance of that and what you do with it. So I'll talk to you more about that. See you in the next video. Thanks.